Field at Arrowhead Stadium in KC. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And they're going deep for Hill. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give. Running left is Harris. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They hand this off to Harris, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Third and 2, now Haskins. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again. Haskins' throw complete to Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Give him a couple on the carry there. Talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd, and they're going to get him. They bring him down with a sack back at the 16-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. They've got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now it's Haskins. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Harris. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be but not before they work it across midfield.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On first down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
To throw again on second down. Haskins looking deep downfield. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. His secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Haskins will throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Hardman on the return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the foot.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On play action, it's Mahomes. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. And the ball is knocked out. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. Get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tyrann Mathieu, the all-pro, up to make the stop. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Haskins. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Haskins. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Quick slant, finding Claypool. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From midfield now, Haskins. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. That's complete to Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The interception was... At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Haskins. He'll buy some time right. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep.
Now Haskins on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run. Here's Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So this one